late February, we left the States with nothing more than carry-on to become a full-time world-traveling family. 3 weeks in, COVID-19 shut down the world and changed everything.
We had quite the adventure writing things out in Mexico. After 7 months, we are finally ready for the next chapter. Click that subscribe button and join us as we continue our journey around the world and head across the ocean to the continent of Africa. In the words of Helen Keller, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all.
Right here is Maasai building a new place, and it's using their more modern techniques. Strong posts in the corner and a metal roof with modern 2x6s. You have a lot of vertical wood and these bundles of smaller horizontal wood. Interesting thing is one of the old school things they do, which is here, which is they make, when the wood is not quite straight, they notch it and then bend it. You'll see the breaks occasionally. And here they'll actually bend it and then force pieces of wood in here to keep it straight. So you get a relatively straight piece of wood. This is all tied on using wire. You notice this wire is colored black. The reason it's black is because they discovered that the easiest way to find wire is in old tires. So they've taken these tires and they've gotten the wire and just literally stripped the wire right out of the tire. And that's what they use to tie this all down. There's no wood here. They cut these off. They're going to pack this with mud and they'll cut this out for a window. So I have a nice window here to get a cross breeze. So they plan ahead for that, or else it's a big pain in the butt. Now we can look inside. Wow. We were here last night actually, and this was not done yet. So they did a whole lot of work really fast. This was just a big trench, which they've now put in the post and filled in the trench and are wiring things up. And they're wiring it up as they go. They've trenched everything out and filled it in. Another window to be. They have separate rooms. A nice high ceiling, keep it cool. This is a tri-ladder, so it's nice and stable. You don't have to lean it against anything. You just move wherever you want, and you can step up on it. Here we are with their building of a more traditional version. Have the vertical, but as you notice, there's a lot narrower pieces. There's some thicker pieces, but a lot of vertical is just the narrower pieces. There's still some bundled. What this is not the bark itself, but the inside of a tree. As you peel off the bark, you can start stripping this off the tree and use it to tie things up with. Does not have the 2x4s, so it'll most likely have a thatched roof, and this will last a few years before the smaller wood will start decaying. The roof isn't going to last as long. It's much cheaper, but as you can see, this is not going to hold up, and this is not going to weather well. So this will last 3 years, 5 years tops, I think they said. You come inside, and it's just not going to be. Can't build it as big. It's not as sturdy. And it's not going to have any indoor. It's going to be one big room. It'll still be a room. It'll still be a house. It'll still have a roof, but it will not be as nice as the other one will be. On the small one, these to house the calf. You can see how it's designed up top. Branches across. A couple down here to latch onto. It's a basic technique. Now, as they get bigger, of course, to change a little bit. It's only going to go from the bottom up to the top. So it just branches along. It's supposed to be branches that, like spokes of a wheel that go from here up to the top piece. And they're still bound to the bottom here. And then we lay grass. Lots of grass, which works fine, just doesn't last as long. You got to replace that more often, then the wood can go bad. It's just not as much good. Just not as much fun. So what they do sometimes is they cheat. Put a tarp on, nice yellow tarp. It's just easier than replacing everything. It's faster, cheaper, easier. As we can see, the roof is pretty much collapsed up there. I haven't looked inside yet. I'm not sure if I want to ask about that or not. Over here is what it looked like when it started. Much higher roof. Thatch is not as old, not decaying. Here we go. Still the same. Same construction, just more recent. It looks like the mud pack has been falling off the outside, and it looks like it's still on the inside, so it's still working. Being in, Africa, shade's really important. Therefore, trees are very important. You see a lot of these trees, well, not some more than others at this point, offer nice amounts of shade. In Africa, you want more shade, so you're planting trees. They've surrounded them with brambles. It keeps their goats and any wild animals from eating the baby trees before they can grow up. Little water bottle. It's all set, and that will give this whole area more shade. As the tree gets bigger, they replace the brambles in a much larger circle. The goats would love to get a hold of this one. Nice tender leaves, nice young tree. And as you can see, they've got this one there, one we looked at before. Once all these grow up, this whole area will be in shade. So it's just home improvement. I hear goat cry. Let's see what's going on. We found the source of the problem. Apparently the little baby goat is grumpy about something. We just don't know what. Probably about being a goat. Bah.